Iga Swiatek hires Rafael Nadal's former coach Francisco Roig in bid to regain form as the clay court season approaches. Iga Swiatek has made a decisive move to regain her dominance, bringing in experienced Spanish coach Francisco Roig to guide her through a crucial phase of the season. The 24-year-old, currently ranked world number 4, has faced an uncharacteristically inconsistent start to 2026. Early exits at the Australian Open and Indian Wells, both at the quarter-final stage, have raised questions about her rhythm and form. Known for her dominance on clay, Swiatek is now aiming to reset ahead of the French Open, where she has historically thrived. Swiatek confirmed the new coaching partnership via social media, writing, "Welcome to the team, Francisco. Very excited for this new chapter." Roig, best known for his long-standing association with Rafael Nadal, has already begun working with Swiatek at Nadal's academy in Mallorca. The collaboration comes with added insight, as Nadal himself has been present during training sessions, offering guidance to the Polish star as she looks to rebuild her confidence and consistency. Swiatek's connection with Nadal goes beyond admiration. Over the years, she has often reached out to the 22-time Grand Slam champion for advice, including discussions about her coaching setup following her recent split with Form3. It was Nadal who reportedly recommended Roig, a coach who played a vital role behind the scenes during his illustrious career. Roig spent 17 years as part of Nadal's team, working alongside key figures like Tony Nadal and Carlos Moya. While he was not always in the spotlight, Roig was widely regarded as a technical strategist, credited with helping Nadal evolve his game over time to remain competitive at the highest level. Before joining Swiatek, Roig had a brief stint coaching Emma Raducanu between 2025 and 2026. However, his individual coaching assignments since leaving Nadal's camp have yielded mixed results, making this new partnership an intriguing test for both coach and player. Swiatek's decision to make a change follows her split with Form3 earlier this year after a shock first-round exit at the Miami Open in March. Despite their separation, the partnership had its highlights, most notably her maiden Wimbledon triumph at Wimbledon in 2025. However, the collaboration also saw difficult moments. One of the most notable setbacks came during last year's French Open semifinal, where Swiatek suffered a heavy loss to Aryna Sabalenka, including a set where she was bageled, failing to win a single game. As she prepares to return to Roland Garros, Swiatek has openly spoken about her desire to regain composure and tactical clarity. In a recent interview, she stated her aim is to return to being a rock on the court. This shift in mindset reflects a move away from the erratic, high-risk aggression that has crept into her game under pressure. Instead, Swiatek is focused on rediscovering the consistency that once made her nearly unbeatable on clay, building points patiently from the baseline, forcing opponents into errors, and striking with precision when opportunities arise. This approach has been central to her success in Paris, where her heavy topspin forehand has proven to be a defining weapon. The parallels to Nadal's playing style are evident, making Roig's appointment seem like a natural fit. While the length and terms of Roig's contract remain undisclosed, the timing of this partnership is critical. With the clay season underway and expectations high, Swiatek's collaboration with one of the sport's most experienced coaching minds could prove pivotal in shaping the next chapter of her career. Whether this new alliance will help her reclaim her dominant form remains to be seen, but as she heads into her favorite part of the season, Swiatek has made it clear she is ready for change and determined to rise again. A new chapter begins. Iga Swiatek, Francisco Roig, and the art of reinvention in the ever-turning world of tennis. Even the brightest stars must occasionally pause, recalibrate, and rewrite their path. For Iga Swiatek, a player whose dominance once felt almost inevitable, the 2026 season has carried a different rhythm, one of searching, adjusting, and rediscovering. And now, with the addition of Francisco Roig, best known as a longtime coach of Rafael Nadal, Swiatek steps into a compelling new chapter defined by ambition, trust, and transformation. This is not a story of decline. It is a story of evolution. Swiatek has never been a player to settle. From the moment she burst onto the global stage, she combined precision with power, composure with intensity. Her topspin-heavy forehand and relentless court coverage drew comparisons to the greats, while her mental discipline set her apart from her peers. But tennis, as always, is unforgiving. Opponents adapt. Margins tighten. Confidence, once effortless, must be fought for. Recent months have seen Swiatek navigating unfamiliar terrain. Matches that once flowed freely have turned into battles of hesitation. Shot selection, timing, and rhythm, those delicate threads that weave together elite performance, have occasionally slipped out of sync. For a competitor of her caliber, such moments are not endpoints, but invitations to grow. Enter Francisco Roig. Roig's reputation is not built on noise, but on nuance. For years, he worked alongside Rafael Nadal, helping to shape one of the most resilient and tactically intelligent players in tennis history. His philosophy emphasizes patience, adaptability, and the ability to construct points with purpose. Under his guidance, players don't just hit the ball, they learn to understand it. For Swiatek, this partnership signals more than a coaching change. It represents a deliberate shift toward refinement. Where her game has sometimes leaned on dominance, Roig brings the tools of variation. Where instinct has guided her, he offers structure. Together, they aim to create a balance between freedom and control, a harmony that defines the very best in the sport. There is something poetic about this collaboration. Nadal's legacy is built on resilience, on the ability to endure, to adapt, to rise again and again. In many ways, Swiatek now seeks to channel that same spirit. Not by imitation, but by interpretation. She does not need to become another Nadal. She needs to become a more complete version of herself. The early days of this partnership are likely to be filled with quiet work, hours on the practice court, subtle adjustments in footwork, and long conversations about strategy. Roig's influence may not be immediately visible in highlight reels, but it will reveal itself in patterns. A smarter rally here, a more patient build-up there, a willingness to reset rather than rush, and perhaps most importantly, a renewed sense of clarity. At IN tennis, form is not just physical, it is deeply mental. Confidence is built through repetition, but also through belief. A new voice in the coaching box can reignite that belief, offering perspective when doubt creeps in.
4.